Your talent is a business asset. That is what it is. And how are you flipping your asset? It's not even just a gift, right? It's a gift that you have this asset, that you have this talent, but don't even just say, okay, I'm gifted at this, I'm gonna do this and make this. Start looking at how can I use what I do best to offer to someone else that will constantly pay dividends for me, where I'm building my table in this situation. And even when I either walk away from it or put this little bit of time into it, I'm getting this and then some. We don't want to, just be asking for seats at tables. We want to start designing our own infrastructure. You are a mini empire. You can use your talent to launch platforms. That's great. You can use your talent to create products. That's great. But these partnerships, and I want us to understand, if there's anything that you walk away with, I want us to understand that you can be as creative as your mind allows you to be. Let us dismantle the belief of what certain terms mean. They mean whatever you create them to mean. But now I want to rewind to what I mentioned earlier before, right? When we collaborate, when you start looking now, what do I want to do? What tables do I want to build? What talent do I have? And how do I start identifying, these individuals? I want you to think about collaborating strategically, not out of desperation. Because when you do it strategically, you start asking yourself questions. And if you don't know the right questions to ask, find individuals to figure out what those questions are. But you want to collaborate strategically. Start small, see what's out there. And you know what? You're even going to be on top of the talents you offer. You're even going to be more business savvy because people are going to say, I didn't think about that. People that you may approach, depending on who you approach. Because if you're approaching the people that moves in the spaces that I do, they already thinking like that. Now all they're going to do is look at what genuinely can you bring to the table to help them. But that's what you want to do. We want to have some type of ownership. I watched a movie on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on there because it said recent. It's about to leave or something, but it was called 99 Homes. I don't know if anybody's seen that. 99 Homes. It was really good. It was about this guy he was in real estate. He owned a lot of property, but he was ruthless, evicting people and all this. And he ended up evicting one guy. It was a horrible situation. And then the guy ended up losing his job working with the construction company, but he ended up working for the guy that evicted him that owns all this real estate. And he lost his job. And the guy who owned all the real estate say, listen, you can start working for me. You're out of work because you work for the construction company that builds the homes. I own them. And that is the mentality. The people that get this, that's the mentality. That's what we have to start standing on moving forward. Yes, check it out. That hit home. When he said that, I froze. I can't even watch movies or read news, or listen to anything now without just dissecting certain things in the space that I am in right now. But that hit home. You can go work for this who's building this, but I own them. So you need to find, how can I own? So if you didn't see or attend last Tuesday, go learn about investments. Go learn about that. But I wanted to just bring it to you. They said, how do you keep information from some people? Put it in a book. You know what? You got to read to get it. But what Seek ELLAvation is saying, I'm not just going to put this out there. I could have just created a video and just said, hey, do this. I want people that are seeking. And I identify people that I know are seeking and I alert them. I'm putting this information out there. I'm bringing to you what I know is working, what I'm applying to my personal life, what we all need to be doing to elevate and not be in fear or scarce what's going on right now. Okay, what are the chess moves I can make to help me in this situation? There's things that we cannot change. There's things that we can't, but there's things that we can. And I want us to start shifting our mind on what we can. So I wanted to give this to you. Some of the things I want you to think about if you identify any type of partnerships or where you can walk into, or again, Start asking, seeing if it's a situation where if somebody want to pay you, you can say, okay, I'll take this pay, but maybe negotiate possibly a little lower, but I would like equity. Let's talk about what that even looks like to have some equity into this company. If I can do this for your company, if I can provide that from your company. But what I want you to think about, remember I said you may not know the right questions to ask. So I want to give you this one thing. I'm going to give you this. When you look at whoever you may offer your talent to, who you may build with, or if you're looking to bring someone in, know that the percentage that you give away, the percentage that you keep is a conversation for other people who may come in that may want to help your company. By default, and I see this a lot, right? So people will think, okay, I'm going into a partnership. This is two partners that may start something together and they say we own 50-50. For so many reasons, that's not a good idea. You have to sit down as a partners and figure out what to do. It's not a good idea because 50-50, how decisions are going to be made, right? It should be 49-51, if anything. However, if you ever want to be in a position where you could bring people in that can do great things for you and they vet your company, they're going to look at people who really understand. And now this is you because you're going to have this conversation. They're going to look at how much do you own, how much do you give away. Investors or people that come into companies, be honest with you, I know we talk about the United States and what's going on now. We want a democracy. When it comes to business and excelling, it has to be a dictatorship.